Greetings, Shelpers. Welcome back to more Rogue Legacy 2. It is a Friday today. I hope you all have something fun or pleasant planned for your weekend. My writing group is tomorrow, so I will be going to that. I don't know what run we're on. Wait a second. I'm in the middle of a run. Okay, I'm not sure where we're going with all this. You know what? I'm gonna knock the sun tower. God dang it. That's not the next place I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be in the study, but I was wondering if I should go back to the plateau. Just for a little bit, because, okay, my reasoning is, last time when I beat everything there, and see, I was doing a run for money, because that is basically why I have the green. But my thought was, I left the ninja back there and in this part of the world, and I didn't mean to, but when I beat the boss, I was just so excited. I'm like, yes, and then I left. And then, I noticed that I, well, kind of left him to say what he needed to say, and he's not happy. So I'm going to just try to find him quick. I don't know if I can. Oh, there's no reason to be down here. I don't know if you care about what the ninja has to say, but I'm trying to capture everything, plot relevant or whatever on camera, so stream camera, whatever. Okay, I was like, what the fuck is it? Yeah, okay. It's just one of those things. Okay, we're good. I've been still playing a lot of, Ichiban and Kiryu's adventure. I think I can go up and maybe have a better way to get around. I don't know. And I am at a new part now. I'm about halfway through, so. And I was doing the island thing that looks like, kind of like Animal Crossing still. And then I got to a certain point, and then I was like, okay, I need to come back here later. If nothing else, it seems like the island works well for money. And some of the stuff on that game is really, I love the fire, that's so pretty. It's really expensive. So, since eventually a lot of the equipment you get for the critters, you know, like Kiryu, Ichiban, Adachi, all them, is pricey, I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna make sure, you know. Okay, I don't have to go in here either. I'm just trying to find the guy. I should have, found him last time we played. I didn't. That was my bad, utterly and completely. And yes, I could be getting money walking through all this, but I'm trying not to spend too much time here, because I've spent an awful lot of time here before, so. But yeah, the next time we do our, okay, I go down. Next time we do our writing group thingy, they actually have a list of minutes, kind of we're going to be doing, talking about business here and all this stuff. And I'm like, are we really in that bad of a schedule need? You know, but some people aren't happy when they don't get their stuff read. So, and before we were gonna break off into some of this Synthesasia stuff is really pretty. But yeah, they're you know, we're gonna go off in half an hour and everybody's gonna get 15 minutes of attention on their work. And I'm thinking to myself, yes, 15 minutes. How many times have I ever brought my work to the writers group? 0. And it's because I'm the only poet, so. And it's a little bit different. I'm not saying that they couldn't understand it or whatever, but when you're talking about plot holes or whatever, poetry is not the best for that. Okay, this is the asshole I wanted to see. Never could stop Nama as an estuary. She was one of the good ones. It's easy to make exceptions after condemning a group. Took me a long time to realize that everyone's an exception. Okay. So he just wanted to kill her anyway, I guess. Let's get the treasure while we're here. Why not? I'm not going to make it very far in the Stygian study with all the stuff behind me, but let's go. Okay, so that's what I left behind last time, so... And that's why I didn't want to drag you through, like, a lot of getting treasure and whatnot. Here is a new place, so we can kind of dick around a little bit, but... Yeah, I think I got all of my Valentine cards done. I might be wrong with, like, one. I know I'm going to make husband one. We're actually going to, like, make Valentines for each other. We don't usually make Valentines for each other because we don't really celebrate Valentine's Day. And there's a very simple reason for that. And one of them is, one, we're born, well, more than one reason, but one, we're kind of one of those people, or couples, I guess, where it's like, you know, if you're having affection, you should show affection every day. It shouldn't be just a fancy day where you, whatever. I mean, maybe we have the luxury of that because, you know, it shouldn't be a fancy day. Well, we spend all our time together, so, you know, maybe for couples that don't do that, it's more important. But, so that's one reason. We think you should always, like, cuddle and do romantic things and, you know, be there for each other, all that good shit every day. So that's one thing, but another thing is we're just born so close to Valentine's Day that it doesn't really make sense for us to be like, oh, we're having a special day, turn around. Oh, we're having another special day. Yeah, okay. So we don't really celebrate Valentine's Day, but I make Valentines for friends and stuff. Usually, because to me it's important to let people know you care about them. And that's one of the reasons why, you know, husband and I are making Valentines for each other. Some of the paintings come alive in the background too, so if you see any in the foreground more, they're gonna come alive and eat you. And yes, there are fake chests. Some have real gold, some have just, you know, toxic gold. Okay, let's kill that thing. There we go. You do get a good amount of money because you're in a bigger difficulty level. And yes, there are traps that just have radial, yeah, effect here. Oh god, I didn't even see you. Stop it. Don't eat me. Okay. Okay, I have to go back for that gold in a minute. Yep. But otherwise, I need to do a few little things this weekend that, you know, like for one thing, my first acceptance of the year was by somebody who, oh my god, I'm fucking dying here. I might need to go back and find that apple. I'm going to have to go back and find the apple. God dang it, okay. Let me see if there's food in here, though. Because I don't think that's considered a major boss door. So I don't think they're going to be like, hey, Toluca, you can get your health back through here. Not like I plan on staying alive through there. Yeah, it's not going well, as you can see. But yeah, that's alright. Okay, this one. Not as much as I'd hoped. But some is better than none. But yeah, I'm very, I want to talk a little bit of spoilers about the game I've been playing, Infinite Wealth. And one of the things I kind of want to talk about is, like, you know, they did let you know that Kiryu has cancer, okay? Okay, so that's not a spoiler. If the trailer tells you, to me it's not a spoiler. And remember when he's like, I've done stuff about it? God dang it, where do I get through this other door? I'm gonna be dead by the time I even get to the first part of the door then. Anyway, I fucked up. It's over here. Okay, so that was useless. Very nice. He's like, I've tried stuff, and I'm like, what? And then the doctor's talking about recovery in the story, and I'm like, but if he's terminal, if they gave him 6 months to live, I'm sorry, there is no recovery. I mean, some people you can get more time. Shit, shit, shit. Forgot the door. Like, I forgot what's in this damn door. Fuck me. Okay. They're apparently rock and roll. Oh, shit. They're a little bit country, a little bit rock and roll. Oh, no, no, no. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Yeah, these are like little tiny, and I have so many colors going around. Okay, but yeah, you have to like kill a few things to unlock stuff here, so. Let's figure that out. I don't want a boxer. Let's try a lancer. Okay, oh wait, stuff is increased. Why don't we get extra gold for that one? You know what? Festive. I bet I'm gonna see everything Christmassy. That's fucking fine. We just unplugged our Christmas tree. And we just had our Christmas like last week or so. So it's fine. Okay. Increases the safe's gold conversion. That would be lovely. Trophy room increases XP gain. Decent. Increases intelligence. I have something that scales with life and intelligence, though. Technically, I should do that for certain relics I can obtain, but raising damage on spell crits. I don't really get spell crits much. Okay, spell crits again. You know what? We're gonna unlock astronomers. I'll use them once. That way you can see what an astronomer can do. You know, kind of like that meme about the pig. Now you see what pigs can do. I still remember when I decided to quit being a farmer. I specialized in foraging, and I was one of the fastest in the whole kingdom. I always seemed to know where when a shift would happen and where it would take you. So I'd always forage in places where I knew the shift would bring me close to Axis Mundi. Cutting your travel time in half makes fulfilling quotas pretty easy. I always took this intuition for granted. There were always other foragers around me, so I assumed everyone else had the ability as well. Well, it turns out they don't. They were just following me. Rumors spread that if anyone spoke to me about it, that I would lose my ability, so I was left in the dark for years. Oh, I only found out when someone got hurt. He broke the taboo and asked if I could shift them to the Citadel. Silly, isn't it? All these misconceptions kept building on top of another. If someone just spoke up, I wouldn't have to take my gift for granted, and I could have helped so many more people. That's when I stopped being a farmer. I took my savings and went to apply to the Stygian study. If I could understand how my intuition worked, then maybe I could teach others too. No, what's ironic? The moment I discovered that I had the ability, I left the village. In the end, nobody could use my talents anymore. So I guess the rumor ended up being true after all. Don't let ruin the moral of the story, though. Yep, we are definitely... And yes, that's my regular attack. That's the Swirl of the Void. The Call of the Void. So, I'm not going to get very far with him, but... Or her, or them, but... I just want to show y'all what it looks like. I really wanted to show at least one of everything on stream. That way y'all could see. I don't remember who I didn't pick though. So if I ever do a tier list like I've been talking about on and off, I'm not sure if that's going to, you know, be valid. So I don't know. I should technically follow that money. It's powerful, but it's very, very slow. But yeah, I do think the Dondoku Island part of the new Yakuza game is actually really fleshed out. Which is something. They always have some, you know, interesting things going on, and sometimes it's like a whole other game in a game. And that's basically what this one was this time. Yeah, it rapid hits, it applies combo, the astronomer does. Okay, just down here, just to be safe, okay. Okay. And that's an actual chest because it's sparkling. Like cider, like wine. Okay, let's see. I know you're like, wine doesn't sparkle, it's champagne. Yeah, it's champagne. We all know this. I've never had champagne though. I'm not a drinker. The last time I had any alcohol in my system at all was when I was like 31. And since I'm going to be 39, that's been a while. Oh yes, follow me around the Rosie. There we go. Very good. Hi, Shy Guy. How are you? Yep. It is definitely Vogue Legacy. I love this game. I don't know if I'm continuing to play Resident Evil 2. I actually had a better time with it at the end, but it's going to be a lot of, where am I going? Where do I put this thing? I remember I need this fuse, but like, where do I put it? Like, where the fuse box is? And like, do I need to combine this thing? And you're going to be hearing that a lot. Like, oh my god, it's dark again. I won't be able to see shit. But if it's fun for people and not like frustrating to watch me die all the time, you know, I'd still do it. I hope you have something decent planned for this weekend. More One Piece, mayhap? Ow. Okay, I thought there was a treasure chest in here, but I'm just getting my dick kicked in trying to find it. So I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on. Fuck. Okay, I could break in here somehow. I don't know where the crack is. Maybe it was up here and now I don't have enough. Yep. That's okay. I don't really need... Like, this is not for money. I do money runs, you know, alone. Beep. I am really getting rammed, though. And I swear to God, I have increased health and everything. Fuck. Astronomers, like I said, are harder to deal with. Powerful, but slow. Yeah, they have lights up above them, the Stygian. Yeah, I've never been drunk. My family used to do wine drinking for New Year's. So we'd have like some wine when we were younger, but never enough to get drunk. I did have peppermint schnapps once, but that was not my fault. Okay, what happened was, I was a teenager. Yes, a teenager. And my grandmother was a heavy drinker. Like, badly a heavy drinker, which is one of the reasons why we didn't know she had dementia until it was like, you know, pretty undeniable. Because we thought grandma was always just losing shit because she was soused. So, that's fun. Anyway, I asked her, my mom, if I could have a drink. Like, we were outside, and it was summer, and I was just like, Mom, can I have a drink? And my mom's like, sure, honey. And my grandma's like, oh, honey, you know, I have water in my cup. Here, take a drink. And I'm like, I don't know, because, you know, drinking after people and whatnot, I don't really care if I know them, but, like, I was like, do I really want to drink out of grandma's cup? The answer is no. Grandma was drinking schnapps. And when I like almost spluttered it back out into the cup, she just started laughing her ass off. So, no. And I was thirsty, so it was a pretty sizable drink. But no, I didn't get drunk on that, thankfully, but holy shit. The thing is, I don't know why I didn't smell it. I don't know why. I'll think about it. But yeah, at first I hated it, and then it wasn't too bad. But yeah, I don't know why I didn't smell the cup. Like, I should have smelled the cup. Have I showed you the Ronin before? Maybe. I'll do it again. But yeah, I should have smelled the damn cup. My brain is like, why the fuck didn't you do that? But, you know, sometimes you take it for granted that, the people you love are telling you the truth. And, yeah. I love the reach of this. That is one good thing about the Ronin. I think if they call it the Ronin. But then again, this was the same woman who questionably gave my brothers alcohol when they were probably around first grade area. Like beer. It was just beer, but it was enough beer. Like, enough. And when my mom figured out what my grandmother was doing, and my grandma thought it was funny, again, my mom's like, what the fuck are you doing to my kids? So, there's that, I guess. So I guess as a teenager, it was my turn. I don't know. And then, no, I was not legal age to be drinking at that time. One, it's 21 here. But yeah, I have reasons for not drinking. One, I've never tasted anything that tasted good. Like, there are some, like, wine coolers that are, like, meh. Like if I had to drink this, I wouldn't, like, throw up. But, like, it's not good. Like, if you're gonna give me something bad for me, give me a fucking milkshake, okay? Like, I don't know. So there's that. Two, we have a lot of, issues in my family with, let's just say, taking a liking a little too much to, certain substances and things, so I'm like, I don't want to do that, so not something I ever got involved in. Three, it's expensive. Like, crafting's an expensive enough hobby for me. I don't need anything else. God dang it. But yeah, when I was 31 and we were at a hotel for an overnight for my sister's birthday, we had some of our old acquaintances from school who were our former, like, aides at school there to help us, and we thought they wanted to be there for us. It turns out they just wanted to be there for each other, which would have been fine, but, you know, they gave us the spiel about how when we graduated high school, we could be their friends because we would no longer be their students, and, yeah. Didn't work out that way. And I got really mad at them a couple times during the overnight that night because, one, my sister wanted pizza for the overnight, and they were like, no, we had Chinese for lunch, we'll just have snacks. And my sister was gonna pay for it, and was her birthday weekend, and she wanted fucking pizza, and they were like, no. And then they couldn't get the TV to work for movies, and they just gave up right away. And we're like, oh, we can play cards. And it's like, but she wanted movies and pizza. It's her birthday. And I was pissed off at that a lot. And, like, the morning of, we were all supposed to have breakfast together before we left. Okay, I fucked that up. Just for some lousy gold. Okay. But we were all supposed to have breakfast together before we left. And here, they let my sister and I lay in bed while they had breakfast with themselves. You know, and then I actually had to trudge to find them because we didn't know where they were. So I'm crawling through a hotel hallway in my nightgown until I get to the fucking place they have the breakfast set up. Yeah, well, you know, alcohol is a depressive. So if you're depressed about things, it's not a good thing to do either. Like, I have an ex-cousin of mine who actually would engage in self-harm. Not saying how or what, but, you know, would engage in self-harm because he would get really fucking sad. And I mean really fucking sad after he drank. So, Yeah, not good. I mean, I understand wanting to get out of your own head for a while. Trust me, I live here. And, you know, I'm starting to tell my husband about, like, all the things I think about, like, all the time. Like this thing and that thing and what's going on and why this isn't working or why this is working or whatever. Oh my god, it's on the other side. Oh god damn it. I'm gonna die in this room. Yep. This hygiene study is a hard one. But yeah, alcohol is a depressant. I don't recommend it for getting out of your head. Especially if the reason why you're in your head is depression. Well, we could try this guy. Oh no, minus to health. Fuck that noise. So anyway, I ended up crawling through the hallway looking for these women who are supposed to be our friends. And they're like, well, we thought we'd let you sleep longer. And then here I'm back in the room on the bed because my sister was going to call them and they put her phone out of reach. Accidentally, quote unquote. And they're ready to like get me in my wheelchair and I'm like, I need a fucking minute. And I said the word fuck and they were just like, ho, ho, ho. Like my body was in agony at that point because I was just crawling through the hallways of a hotel. And do you know how many people give you strange looks when you're crawling around on the floor in a public place? And I didn't tell them, hey, my caregivers for the night? Yeah, they didn't put me in my wheelchair yet. Like, if you want to blame that, anybody, blame them. But, like, I know, like, a lot of, like, horror critter-ditters crawl around, so... You know, maybe when people see people crawling around, they either think injured or, you know, like, the ring lady. I don't know. But yeah, it was bad, so... If we ever do a girls' night again at a hotel, I'm not gonna have them go with us. It would be like my sister, my husband would be my aide, and then somebody who's my sister's actual friend. Because otherwise, fuck that noise. Alright, we're gonna go up and hit that thing. Very nice. But, you know, I did like it at some points because we did do the overnight thing kind of in high school. And that's where we got the idea because these women had went with us once before to do an overnight in high school. And the time we did the overnight in high school, we were actually swimming when it was like thundering and lightning outside because the hotel we were staying at the time had huge windows, so we watched lightning crack the sky while we were in a swimming pool, and for once I wasn't afraid of water equals electricity equals bazap bazap, so that was actually pretty awesome, not gonna lie. The one where they like pissed me off, my sister's 30th, I was 31, so that was about 8 years ago. But you know, I think about that a lot now because my sister and I are getting to the point. My sister's like a year and 5 months younger than me. So my sister's 40th is coming up the year after next. So she'll, you know, 2026, she'll be 40. And I'm just like, what do I do for her 40th? Because for her 30th, that's what I did. Husband and I actually paid for the hotel rooms. We paid like $200 some out of pocket to have this overnight and invite the people we thought were friends. Yeah, it was a lot, so we're not even gonna bother with them anymore. You know, I hate it when people are always like, let's get together, and then they never contact you, even if you're like, yeah, when do you want to get together? They never like answer you back or whatever. And I understand. Here's the thing about friends. And here I have a lot of people who call me friend. A lot. You know, and when I say I don't have a lot of friends and people are like, well, this person says they're your friend, and this person says they're your friend. Yes. And it's kind of like Oprah's, you get a car, and you get a car, and you get a car. It doesn't mean shit. You don't get a car at the end of it. Just because someone says they are doesn't mean they are. To me, you have to show that you're a friend. You have to spend time together. You have to care about each other. You have to communicate. And people can just be like, oh yeah, I knew you like, you know, I was in school with you like for a year. Like, you're my friend. And I'm just like, no. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm planning on. I want it to be something grand. I want it to be something grand for her. You know, being disabled with little resource is rough. Like, trying to figure out, like, what to do with grand gestures and whatnot. But, like, my sister has had a lot of rough things recently. Like, okay, so, you know, when husband and I met, we still lived with my family, right? But when the husband and I met, we were only 20. Well, because of the way the system is set up without caregivers, like hardly at all, ever. I'm gonna go down here because there's more life than death. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. But she lives with her parents still because it makes more sense for her because of the caregiving aspect. And her parents want her to live with her sister if something happens to them. And my sister does not want to live with her sister and rely on them for care, you know, the sister and her family, because who wants to do that? You know, would you want to live with your family? I'm not taking a cursed relic. Fuck you, fuck that. Okay, double jump, I like that one. Applies burn, yeah, we're gonna take it, even though I don't have enough time for it to be of any use. It's a good one. So, through necessity so far, my sister lives with her family. And I did the same thing before I married my husband. And my sister, every year, multiple times a year, but especially around her birthday, does the whole, I'm this many years old, I still live at home, I'm this many years old, I don't have a college degree or a career, I'm this many years old, I don't have a husband yet, or kids, stuff like that. And it happens every year. You know, every single year. And we live in a small town, so it's not like dating here is really an option for us too much. One, her family would get all up in her business. Okay, this is a no-no room anyway. I'm gonna leave. You know, so anybody she's dating, they would like spy on or whatever. And like, it's not easy having hanky-panky in your family's house, right? So, like, if she ever got to the point where she wanted to go there with someone, it's not like it would be that easy. You know? So she doesn't date. It's a small town, blah, blah, blah. So it's really hard when you're a cripple and when you live at home to date. Like, really hard. I told her she should start dating online. And she's like, nah. She's like, you know how many people are, like, horrible people online? The, like, have you heard of, like, people getting, like, killed and, like, dumped in garbage bags and stuff? I'm like, have you heard of me and my husband? We met online. And she's like, I know, you got lucky. I said, but that's everybody. I said, more often you'll just find assholes who want to use you for sex, or people who want to date you and then try to scam you out of money or something like that. I said, it's more likely that than it is like chopping you up behind a dumpster. You know, but she's like, they're just gonna kill me. And I'm like, nah, not really. Okay, we're gonna do this room because shit. Because shit. Yeah, that sounds good. Because the new stuff I won't be able to get yet. Okay. Applies burn. That might save me here. I might be able to kill before I die. Might. Haha. Fuck you. Forgot about that. Okay. Okay, it's not green yet, so it's not over. What's going on over here? Oh, fuck me. Okay. Please, I want to defeat all enemies. It's important, it's important. Just let me defeat all enemies before I die, please. I don't have a fairy key. Okay, hold on 1 second. Don't, Toluca, it's okay. Don't panic, Toluca. Okay, don't die. If I would have landed on the spike and died, I would have laughed till I cried at that point. Okay, this is why. Okay. More runes and stuff. Yeah, exactly. And you know, my sister comes from a family where they're all doing well. And what I mean by well is they have a lot of, like, I think all of her siblings have degrees of some kind, or training beyond high school. They all have their own families, their own houses, jobs, etc. So it's very hard for her not to compare. And I'm like, you know, your story ain't their story, you know? It's never gonna, you know, be the same for you. And that's okay, you know, we don't have to, but I understand it, you know? I understand looking at something for yourself and being like, when is it my turn? Not necessarily being jealous of anybody or anything, but just being like, when will my life truly begin? When will I actually do anything? I know what that's like. You know, I got the husband early, true. You know, we've been together since 20. And since we'll be 39 this year, we've been together quite a while, 19 years, married 17. Because we were dating quite the while, or engaged, I should say, quite the while before marriage, which I think is a nice way to go, but some people disagree. But outside of, like, getting married and then getting an apartment, like, that's been, like, the extent of it until I got my book published. Like, that was, like, technically a step forward. One I haven't had in a while. Ah, damn, I got killed by the spooky ghosts. So, but she is working on getting her, stuff and gear. Okay, what is that? You have a 20% chance of getting super crits. I don't know how to get regular crits. We could... Okay, the gunslinger has winter. You are... Okay. You are immune to stale spikes. Let's fucking go, buddy. The ones that race won't do me any good, but damn. Here we go. But yeah, I know what it's like to see something you want for yourself and just not getting it. I think we all do it to an extent, but... Like, where she feels like her life didn't start, I feel like my life went through a lot at once, and then it stopped, if that makes sense. At least it stopped getting good for the most part. Because I graduated high school at 19, not 18, because my mom kept us back until we were 6 to start kindergarten. So since my birthday falls in fucking February, I was behind. So like where I graduated in like 2004, my husband, who is my exact same age minus like 8 hours, he graduated in 2003. So because of that, I graduated at 19, started college at 19, and then found the love of my life at 20. And then 21 we moved in together, 22 we got married, 23, we found our apartment, the very apartment I live in now. Okay, there's only pain here. Okay, I'm gonna go up the other way then. And then after 20, oh, that was nice. He fell on the spikes. Oh wait, I'm not allergic to spikes, I forgot. So after we moved in here, I honestly thought, I'm not gonna do either one of those yet. I honestly thought that I would be going back to college in 2010, because when we moved in here, I was told that it was possible. And then I was told later on that it wasn't possible. So, and losing college actually really fucked me up mentally. I've talked about that before, because I was told I wouldn't have any kind of life unless I had that. And that was something I did really legitimately want for myself. And everybody would, it didn't help that everybody would tell me I wouldn't be anything or do anything with my life unless I had that degree. That was rough. That was harsh. I could get stuff out of here, but that means I'm probably gonna die, so that's fine, I guess. Oh god. But yeah, the Stygian study is gonna take me more than one stream. God damn it. Well, at least I poisoned him or explored him or whatever the fuck that was just now. And no, these aren't the only two people in here. Come on, okay. Oh god damn it. Okay. I'm getting my ass handed to me by a fucking rolling ball. And it rolled off screen, so I couldn't hit it. Great. So it is really hard to hear that you won't ever do anything with your life until or unless you have college. I mean, that means college is almost a no-brainer for you. That means college is like the only thing. I hate this class. I hate it, but for the sake of being thorough and showing everything the game has to offer, I will play as this class. But I'm just letting you know I fucking hate them. You have to like spin kick off your things when they go yellow, and then you do a radius attack. They're the hardest to use. No, not good. Yep. So with everything having to do with everything, my sister has been having a hard go of it for a number of years, and I told her, like I said, I did a lot of living until I was about 23, and then it felt like everything just stopped. Because when I was 25, I was supposed to go back to college. I never did. I was supposed to have this and that. Like, this apartment was never supposed to be the be-all end-all. We were supposed to do other things and be other places after this apartment, and we weren't. See, this hurts them. But if I can't, like, bounce on it when it's a crit, then it's very, very slow. I don't like this class at all. This might be, spoiler alert, the worst class for me. Yeah, you have to bounce on it during, and then you can do crit chance. I mean, they can run into it and it hurts them, but, like, when you bounce on it, that's when the magic happens, but yeah. It's not my favorite class. Because you have to be precise, and we all know how good I am with that shit. But you know, I told sister, I said, people can fall in love in their 80s for the first time. Like, truly fall in love. People can switch careers in their 50s. You never know, you know. So, but I understand where you waited so long for something to happen to you, something good, that it doesn't feel like it ever will. You know? Yeah. Yes, it will. Being told things over and over will alter your perception. And it did mine. It totally did mine. that I would never be anything, and I'm still trying to unlearn that. And my sister had the same case manager for DVR that fucked her over all those years ago, and she still says she has regrets over college, and I'm like, it wasn't your fault. Because it wasn't her fault. Okay, I need to go a different way. I need to get down here, but I need a new talent before I can get down there. And it's a talent where I can rush through, like, the black stuff. Like that thing is made out of, so. The void essence or whatever. But yeah, even this old, I'm still trying to unlearn harmful things that I've been told about myself or whatever. And the weird thing is, I never thought that about anybody else. If somebody told me, no, the only way, like, Marvin is, like, worth anything is if he were a college graduate, I don't feel that way. I wouldn't think that about Marvin. But I think that about myself. Like, my life would have been so much better if I would have been a college graduate, which you never know. That might not be the case, as I have chronic pain now and brain fog when I didn't before. Chronic pain's always been a thing, but the brain fog... Oh, the brain fog. I despise the brain fog. But it's usually only when I'm in extra pain or exhausted, but still. No. Stop hurting me. Stop hurting me. Ow. Like I said, I'm just not good with this character, but I want to gel to see this character. We're definitely going to have a few streams of this poor bastard. Meaning this study place, because oof. I'm not going to be able to kill anybody like this. So if I get to like one of the side monsters, it's going to be like, well, there that goes. There we go. I managed to kill that thing. If I can just do this, it will slowly die. Oh, fuck. But the little notes do also stop projectiles, which is pleasant. See, I can kill things pretty good if I time it with the note. If the note goes yellow, that's fine. But then, if the note disappears, then I'm kind of stuck. Yeah, actually it was. From the time I was 3 years old. Then I'm disabled, but they figured out I was smart and disabled. It was like, there was nothing else to do but go to college. And I would have people I love be like, do you want to work at Goodwill the rest of your life? Sewing shirts on buttons for 20 cents an hour. Buttons on shirts, there we go, for 20 cents an hour. And I'm like, no, I would not enjoy that, thank you. And here's the thing. They never once questioned why Goodwill would be able to secure my labor for that cheap. It would just be a threat, basically. Like, if you don't do this, that's what you're gonna be. Well, joke's on you. I don't even have a job at Goodwill, okay? Thank you. Like, what else am I supposed to say about that? Okay. This is where the boss is. However, I have to defeat the critter didders. Did I just teleport here? No, I teleported the other way. Okay. I have to go up and around. Yeah. But, you know, so that was gonna be my life. Like, either I would be essentially what they considered nothing, or I would be something. And the only way to be something was that degree. So yes, that is a very long unlearning process. And I'm not doing well with it, even for as old as I am, and we're not going that way. Because it's not about the money at this point. Okay, we're going down. Alright. Oh, I can I hold it? No. I was like, oh, can I hold it to make it go, longer? Nope. I'm better off spin kicking shit to death at this point. Oh my god. So, yeah. It is hard to undo what's been done. And since my life did turn out the way it did, and I am unhappy with it, it just feels like everybody was right about me, about my life, about everything. You know? Ah, fuck. I jumped on it so it crystallized. 1 second. There we go. There we go. Alright. This is what I was talking about. This right here. The heirloom is silent. I need that to dash through the blackness or the void. Yep. I think I can do it with... Yep. Ouch. Don't jump up here. Don't jump up here. Yep, see? It's the void. To extend the void dash. Hold... Is it L2 still? I have no idea what that says.
Right trigger.
Oh, hold right trigger to extend it? How in the free world do I do that? Okay. Hold to extend your void dash. Okay. I think I can hold L as well. And I've been doing L, so I don't want them to start fucking with me now. Okay. I'm up here. Good, good, good. Okay. Okay, okay. I don't... Okay. I'm scared to, jump into the fucking ink upstairs and then get fucking keyhauled. Oh, crap. Okay. And release. Damn it. No, no, no. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Oh, man. This is gonna take me a hot minute. Probably a cold minute. God dang it. Okay. Alright. L2. R1. L1. L1. God damn it. L1 hovered. Okay. Okay, there we go. There we go. I'm not great at anything. Let's see. Okay, very good. Okay, so far I haven't had to ask husband for help. Oh, dear God. Okay. Hello, you. Please, please, no, no, no. I know they're doing this for a reason. Hold on. They're trying to show me that I can, bypass his shit now. Okay. Very nice. Okay, I'm just gonna, slowly kill you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Void dashes can pass through. Yes, I know. I know, game. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Shh. Oh my God. Please, please. Oh, yeah, it's okay, you can dash through these wall things. Yes, I can. Okay. I don't want to go through that one. I want to go through this one. Okay, that's fine. I'm just gonna let the eye percolate for a minute. There we go. No, stop it. Stop following me around. Thank you. Burn, baby, burn. Okay. We're not done yet. We are not done yet. I don't know, I think we all wanted life to be different. And I think that, It's okay that it's not, but the rate I didn't get it. Like, I didn't expect everything in life, okay? I had an ideal, sure, but I didn't expect everything in life. Like, the fact that, you know, coming from as poor of a background as I had, I didn't expect to be, like, president of a Fortune 500 company or anything like that. And I even knew the stuff I wanted. It was very unlikely that it would, that it would occur. Like, all of it, anyway. Like, I wanted a career, like, that would let me help people in some fashion. I wanted... that's not what I wanted. I wanted to be able to travel. I wanted to be able to have a husband with dogs and a house. Oh, can we stop doing this, please? Oh, tell me I'm just here. Please tell me I'm just here. Okay, thank Christ. Okay. I made it without asking him to help me. Well, what? Hello there. Sorry, you caught me napping. So, you've come for the power of the void. Yes, I'm a full-fledged Joomer now. Give me the power of the void. Well, let me tell you, it won't be easy. Oh, you already got it? Ta-da! Yeah, and now I can void dash through life. Now I can go back to that other place. Oh yeah, that's right. I have to go upward. Okay. I'm a doomer. I'm so proud of me. Ah, god damn it. Okay, I can go down and try to find that beast again. Nope. Sorry, friend. We're not doing this today. Okay, I guess we are. Because I just caused myself a heap a lot of damage. Okay. If I go down, we can go to that one place that needs me to void dash. So, let's give that a try. Even though you and I both know that's not happening because I fucking hate the bard prick in this game. Absolutely hate the bard prick. I mean, it's not the bard's fault, really. I'm just not good enough to use the bard. And Shakespeare is crying somewhere deep inside, but that's okay. So, another literary scandal type thing going on. I didn't really tell people yesterday. Or maybe I started to, but there's this guy who's doing a lot of plagiarism named John Kucera. I think I did start this. And he's been ripping off people left and right. But, like, it's still ongoing. Even though people know about it, even though people are, it's like passing around and everything, people are still finding more things that have been plagiarized or whatever. And someone said, wouldn't it be quote unquote funny if John Kucera was actually AI? Like, somebody made an AI program to, like, write the best poems, and all it did was actually just scrape them wholesale. I don't think AI generally does that. Scrapes them wholesale. So, oh god, I hated this one. I hated this one. This is so fucking terrible. Okay, yes. Thank you. No. No, thank you. God damn it. Okay, under. Because I can't fight those red ones off. Oh, fuck. Yep, I'm gonna be dead by the time I get there. Oh, god damn it. Nope. I don't understand plagiarism. I mean, I do in an academic sense. And bear with me on that. I'm gonna have to take the hit here. Oh god. Oh, I forgot I have to kill it. I have to kill it. I forgot. I forgot I have to actually literally kill this thing. Oh shit. Okay. Can I actually go back home? Nope. Damn it to hell. I don't know how to get around the red ones. Yeah, but, you know, I don't even think an AI would do that. Because they're supposed to, like, just fuck around, you know? Basically. I'm gonna take this person. They can maybe turn, like, Shadow if... Yeah, not Shadow X Generations or Sonic X Shadow. The love song for the ages right there. But in the academic sense, when you plagiarize, a lot of people, when you're a professor, you are supposed to constantly publish. So when you are dealing with trying to get tenure or trying to keep your damn job as it is, you have to constantly publish. It's called publish or perish. And that's what they do to you. You're always supposed to be like researching, writing your next book, etc., because they want your faculty all nice and shiny so that they can, I want to say, bilk the kids out of money, but kind of. They want to say, hey, we have hot named author who just put out a book last year and they're writing their next bestseller. Don't you want to study under them? And that's what they want to do. And so as somebody who is like a literary professor, somebody who's even in like the science department with like needing research and pages, you're always supposed to be publishing, or, you know, you keeping your job unless you have tenure is tenuous. And you want to get tenure, which is not always easy to do. So one of the things they always try to do is get you to constantly publish, constantly get your name out there, constantly be doing this thing or that thing. So I'm not even going to be able to make it to that fucking statue that was shooting fireballs at me. God dang it. Anyway, in this publish or perish thing, some people get so overwhelmed that they stop sending out their poems anywhere, everywhere, their stories, everything. They become paralyzed with the whole, I have to keep doing this. I have to keep doing this no matter what. Why aren't I doing this? And they actually steal people's work as their own because, hey, at least I'm getting published now. I don't have to worry about my fucking job anymore. So, because of the publish or perish, sometimes academics will actually steal each other's stuff and, you know, people outside of academia because they want to keep their jobs. Lose no health. Yeah, that ain't happening. Let's just go down. And I understand where in academia you feel like if you don't do your thing, you won't keep your job. But as far as like regular plagiarists, I'm not sure. I sometimes I think it's a sick throw. Like, let's see what I can get away with today. Like, let's see who believes I'm actually the author of this story or whatever. You know, maybe it's that. Maybe it's somebody who literally wanted to make a point. Like, let's say they had something plagiarized themselves. Which, if you ever had anything plagiarized, for you to just be like, yeah, I'm gonna, like, plagiarize other people's shit for a point is so fucking heartbreaking. I can't even imagine, like, that being your fucking mindset. But maybe they're doing it because they were plagiarized and either not believed or the magazine said, you know, well, you know, it's inconclusive or whatever. And maybe as a way to say, hey, literary magazines don't really check your shit. And we've known this for a long time. Maybe that's what they're doing. Because they can't say, oh, you know, plagiarism checker, it hasn't been used, and if I start doing this widespread, maybe people will start using plagiarism checkers more thoroughly. But plagiarism checkers, unfortunately, are not accurate. Like, there have been so many, like, school-age kids that have, like, written articles and stuff, and their teachers have used them and have been like, no, you actually stole this from somewhere else. So they're not accurate, which is in itself a problem. Because, like, what happens if... God dang it. What happens if, like, someone like me... Let's say I write a poem on roses or some stupid, like, cliche shit. Okay? I wrote a poem on roses. Isn't that nice? Okay, I'm right. They'll go through me. Okay. And I read a poem on roses, and then the AI is like, nope, somebody else did that. Because, like, there's, like, a cliche here and a cliche there. Everywhere cliche. And it's like, yeah, it's cliche, but it's, like, my own poem. So, I don't know. Like, how do we say it with accuracy? Damn it to fuck. And what happens if everybody starts getting accused because they're running them through substandard plagiarism checkers? But at least some checking, I guess, is better than no checking. And the thing is, they could follow up and be like, oh, it recommended that this was the same poem, but I checked on it and it's not. So that could be a way to stifle it. So I don't know if this person's like a vigilante, if they're just fucking with people, or what. But the weird thing about all this is, you would think now that they've been caught, and everybody's talking about it in the poetry community, that people would be like, or he'd be like, hey, okay, I see that they're onto me, I'm gonna stop now, or I'm gonna reveal my grand scheme as to why in the free world I actually decided to do this shit, and nope. Nothing has come of it anyway, so far. And then you have poets who are like, oh, you know, I'm not good enough to plagiarize. And it's like, being plagiarized feels like a violation. At least from what I've heard. Fortunately, I've never been plagiarized. Exactly. Like, no one's, like, published stuff that was in my name and used it as theirs. To my knowledge, anyway. But I did have someone who called me a friend at one point who wrote poetry when I was younger, and we would be talking poetry and she'd want to hear my latest poems, and then she would literally be like, I feel a poem coming on from your poem, literally rephrase my poem and use it as a new poem. Now, I don't think she ever published those poems, that she would write back, or like write and tell me, like, you know, she would have an epiphany and here it's like my same concept, some of my wording, etc. And thankfully she never did publish those, but I'm like, I was, at points I was just like thinking to myself, what the fuck? You know? Because obviously you have to know you're basically stealing someone's idea. And not just idea, but like execution. Because you can't copyright an idea. Because otherwise, the first time somebody made like a zombie movie or whatever, that would have been it. Like, that would have been over. Or a talking animal movie or whatever. But the whole thing about the way it was worded and everything like that, it was almost like a thinly veiled, like, my poem. My poem, except thinly veiled. And I was just so flabbergasted as to why she would do this. Maybe she was trying to show me to be like, see, I've improved it. But she would literally tell me they weren't suggestions for edits. They were her poems. Things that just came to her because she was inspired by mine. So I don't talk with that friend anymore. But that's as close as I've ever gotten to having someone plagiarize me. And I guess in a way it is plagiarism because it was still my stuff that she was doing it with. Even if she never like sent it to a literary magazine or anything, it was still bullshit. But okay, what's in this room? Okay. Spin kicks. And then standing still provides you cloak. No. Weapon applies burn. Okay, that's a good one. Defeated enemies have spore. I'm gonna do that one. Even though that really won't help me for the boss, it helps me with the regular enemies. Okay, we have stuff. I don't think any of these give me money, but... Dusty tomes fill the shelves, but nothing of value can be found. I think this is where we get the lore from the next Critter Ditter or whatever. One of these might be real. Or the real one is hidden somewhere. Yeah, here we go. Yes, that's basically what it was. Not even lying, Shy Guy. That's basically what it was. An analytical breakdown of paint and their differing drying speeds based on application of unique surfaces and room temperatures. We're literally reading about watching paint dry. The title that should keep most prying eyes at bay. These are the personal journal entries of Estuary Enoch. If you are not me, then your actions are considered capital crime. If you are me, then please continue reading. It has been nearly 1,000 years, and I'm free. Oh wait, that's 10,000 years. Okay. Since we were first sent down here to tend to the garden, but the tree has yet to bear fruit. Each year, during the ceremony of return, my siblings and I congregate and open the garden gates in hopes of finding a bud, but every time we are met with only disappointment. According to historical documents, the tree should have borne fruit decades ago, yet it remains barren. I doubt our toil will be rewarded, but Estuary Irad, does not share my cynicism. He is loyal to a fault and will do anything for his king, even if it means damning us for eternity. Unless I can prove to him no fruit will ever grow, we shall be stuck here for another 1,000 years. Okay, if this is the same journal, it's always going to be the one almost to the right near the bottom. Okay. Let's see if I remember that. I doubt it. Okay, sits down the black bean and oh my god, that sounds so good and I've never had that. You have everything I've never had, like food-wise. That is so awesome. How are you doing, Unicorn, by the way? Okay, I can go out this way. We'll see what happens. Okay, yep, that's the spore effect. Very nice. Okay, I need to shoot and then... Too bad the spores were kept at bay because of the wall. Okay. Very nice. I love that it really, really does help keep the extra critters. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Got my Valentine's done for the most part. That was nice. I'm happy with that. I got about how many? 8 or 9 done. I don't do as many Valentine's as I do Christmas cards. So I also do a few like Easter cards. Okay, so this is the room with the rock and roll like knights. Yep. Oh dear God. Okay. Holy fuck. Oh, holy fuck. Okay. This ain't good. Yes, rainbow fire. No. Damn it. I don't think I have to do this again if I actually do like this, not with this person. I hope not. Okay, Mana is back. Let's try the holy fire. Nope. Shit. Please, please don't kill me. I want to get you dead, please. I should not have picked the gunner for this one. Oh, fuck. Okay. Nice knowing you. God dang it. But yeah, this weekend I have to remember to sign a contract for individual poems. I have to figure out a few different things, but I should be pretty ready to rock. Hold the super jump. Interesting. Let's go with that for now. And of course, I'm going to be playing through more of Infinite Wealth. I really do like it so far. I'm not really doing the Sujimon thing still. I'm not really one for that type of battle system outside of Pokemon. And I know it has its own story, like battling the different people and working your way up and all that, so... Oh, why am I leaving the room? Damn it. Stygian and study. It's fine, it's fine. Strawberry cream and truffles. We don't do much for Valentine's Day, my husband and I. It's just so close to our birthday, and we do other stuff together, and... Fuck. Okay, so you are blocking me, so that means you are the culprit? I suppose so. Only took me like half a life bar to figure that shit out. We're just moving on. We're just gonna move on. I want to get through at least one sub-boss today and see if my progress takes. It might not. I do love the bigger jump though. Ow. But yeah, I will go back to Resident Evil next week if that's wanted. I was gonna do my craft stream next week though, so I might put one of these on hold. Either this game or Resident Evil, depending on. Like I said though, I'm gonna get lost a lot. It might end up being like a Dead Island situation where eventually I'm just like, unless you want to sit here and wait forever, this ain't happening. So. But yeah, my sister is coming over on the 16th to celebrate our birthdays. We already had that worked out. And she's like, you know, I'm making you a cup. And I'm like, good, I want one. She's learning how to do the tumblers with the epoxy and stuff on them. And the sealant. So she's making me a custom one. I think it's going to look like the night sky. Which, yeah, something I will love. Okay, does this thing tell me anything I need to know? The infestation, I've seen it before. Condemn the archives, gather what you can, and start barricading the hallways. Whatever infested the bodies of the gatehouse has found its way here. Spread the word and keep the guards on watch. The scholars are lost. Okay, so we know what happened to the bodies in the gatehouse. Kind of like a zombie situation. Oh, that's really cool. I had a unicorn on it. But yeah, mine's gonna look like the night sky. She's working on one for her sister that's like blues and greens, I think. She sent me like part of it. She's doing alcohol dye with her sisters, and with mine, I think the base was like acrylic paint, but you seal it, so... I told her I'll let her know how it goes, because eventually she wants to see if she can use it in her store, because she's still trying to get the crafting business up and running. She's feeling kind of hopeless about it, but... Wait a second. Wait. How can I bounce off? Ah, fuck my nuts, dude. I can bounce off these. Okay. Not gonna help me, obviously. I'm a bit of a fuck up, but, like, that was really, fuck, good to know for next time. The next 12 times it takes me to do this. Not like I can, oh my god, I can do it on the sides. Like Namaz. Okay. So that's how I get through. Okay, we got it. And we don't have it, but at least I know what I'm supposed to do, theoretically. Well, let me see. I do like that one, though. I don't think the bow user would actually help me through this. Let's just take this person. So she's working on them because she's still working on getting her shop up and running. But she just loves crafting, which I understand. I like it too when it agrees with me. And jewelry making won by 1 vote. So I'll be making jewelry on stream this year, whenever that is. I don't know if I'm doing earrings or a bracelet or something. The jewelry I make is like incredibly simple. It's just basically, you know, like beads on a string or whatever. I don't get fancy. I've made charm bracelets in the past. I've made jewel strands, but it's kind of like a cheap way to do it. You know, and I do have like some spacer beads and whatnot, but I don't know. I'll see what I figure, well, what I can figure out, like what I feel like making. You know, we'll just figure that out as time goes on. Necklaces take me the longest, but if I don't use a clasp, I like to make continuous strands. And if I don't do a clasp, then what I use for necklaces is actually dental floss. Doubled over dental floss. Because that stuff is a lot stronger than you think. So that's what I do. I'm gonna have to go find this thing that keeps eating me. Ow. I was gonna jump on top of it, but apparently that's not a great idea. It is a great idea. I just was not executing that idea properly. Such is life. Alright. Lots of money. Oh wait, I'm in a room I don't need to be in. Oh wait, go down. Okay. I love this one. I love this one. Hitting an enemy with your weapon gives you a shield around yourself that does more damage to things. We're gonna take that shit. Glue the cardboard pieces. Yeah. I don't have the patience for some things. I wish I did. And one of those is jigsaw puzzles. Like, I don't have the patience for them. I don't have the patience for, like, adult coloring books. I don't have the patience for, like, very big, diamond dots. Like, I will do small diamond dots all day long. Like, if it's an ornament for a diamond dot project, or if it's a greeting card, I'm all over that shit. Like, jewelry, yes. If the minute you give me, like, oh, this is gonna be like a wall hanging or a picture, I'm like, fuck that. Yeah, it all depends on, doesn't it? But I think mine stems from chronic pain. Because to me, it's like, I really want to see progress when I put myself through pain. And if I can get like 4 cards done in a certain amount of time, at least I can hold the cards and say, here you go, here are like 4 greeting cards I've made. Versus like, maybe like a third, if I'm very, very lucky, of a big diamond dots project. And I'm like, oh, fuck that noise. Like, I know that's progress, okay? Don't at me, chat, but like, it's still not like the amount of progress. I have to be very judicious with where I spend my spoons because of how my pain is, like how bad it is and whatnot. You know, I have what they call generalized chronic pain. So it's all over, it's everywhere, it's forever. And it gets frustrating, actually. I don't want to say it does, but it does. It's so frustrating sometimes. Like, I want to go outside and enjoy the day or whatever, and my body's like, are you sure? Are you sure you want to go outside? Are you sure you want to do that to yourself? And then I'm like, yeah, of course I do. And then my body's like, do you really? And then all of a sudden it's like, no, guess not. Because my shoulders kill me, my back kills me. Like, I'm starting to get swollen joints in my hands from arthritis. Whee! Okay, all the good stuff. Okay, so that door hopefully will remain open. That looks like a fucking sus guy or a fall guy or something. Okay, we have nothing here to transport us. Oh wait, we have it here. Okay, so do I need to go to the other one? No, a few rooms over I have it down, way down. So with my pain, I'm just like, okay, I want something short to do. I hate having to do multi-day projects. It would be worth it, I think, but I don't know. I've also started journaling again. And part of my brain is like, why do we need to do this? Because we already know what's going on in our own lives, so are we really spending spoons to like sit up and deal with this? But like, journaling can actually help you in several ways, so... Okay, I don't think I'm winning this war. But Okay, what does this one say? I can't believe I left my notes behind. I can't complete my research without them. I can't get past the void doors without the palace heirloom. I doubt the guards will fetch my notes for me, so perhaps I should try securing Palace's favor on my own. She's somewhere in the study. The powers of the void. Yep, we're good. We got her already. But yeah, depending on your neurodivergence, there could be positives and minuses with that. There are for a lot of different things, I realize, but... it just depends on the flavor and whatnot you got going on. You know, there are a lot of things I want to do in my life, and I could technically do some of them, but like, my brain is like, why does it matter? And then I don't want to do them anymore. No, I'm not neurodivergent or anything. This is a whole different topic. Like, I want to be able to sight read music. And my brain is like, why? Why do you want that? Yep, the yin and the yang, exactly. So, I want to be able to sight read music, but my brain is like, it's a waste of time. Like, you're not in choir anymore or anything. Like, why do you want that? Who cares? And yeah, I guess, who cares? And my brain is right. It's not like I'm ever going to be a musician or anything. Although I do want to start, like, making my own music through, like, a music program, like, for a computer. If I can ever find one that's, like, really, really easy to use. But then again, I don't even edit these fucking VODs, so maybe I should just shut my goddamn mouth on that one. Oh, I'm gonna die. Okay. Fuck. Ah, fuck. I could have held on up there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I dashed with my weapon. Oh, no. I don't know. I just feel like it's something I should learn. I don't know why. It feels like I should learn it. It just does. I mean, I like to sing and everything, but I'm never going to play an instrument. I'm never going to sing professionally. To the amazement and relief of everyone, I have decided a long time ago not to do that. So I don't know. I honestly have no idea. I would love to take voice lessons. I would love to sight read music. I would love to just do certain things with my life, but yeah. I did learn, like I said a while back, that I'm what they call a contralto, which is like the lowest female voice type in existence. And I'm like, yeah, that fits. Considering people come into my stream and address me as good sir, or they come into my stream and are like, or they talk to me on Twitter and are like, I heard you on stream. Are you, non-binary? Are you androgynous? Are you on testosterone? Are you whatever? And I'm like, no, why? Well, you just sound like it. Okay. Like, and if they're not being a dick about it, I just answer them and go on my way with my life. Well, I have a low voice for a woman. And, I have been called androgynous. I've been called trans negatively, not as an inquiry or just, hey, do you happen to be like a trans woman? And nothing against my trans sisters out there, the ones who are women now, because women, trans, femme, yeah. So anyway, I'm just trying to explain myself. I know there are trans men, and I know that NBs are trans as well, so... or could be considered as such. So I'm just saying my trans sisters as in trans women, fellow women. But I'm not trans. So when they're using it derogatorily, I'm like, it's not the insult you think it is, but also, yeah. And I've heard a lot of women who are VTubers have the same problem. Like, if they don't have, like, the cutesy high-pitched anime voice that people tend to give them shit or tend to get confused because they're like, aren't you a woman? And it's like, yeah, but does every man have like a voice that shakes the floor because it's so low and grumbly? No. So for some people it does. And you know, it's like there are all kinds of people and there are all kinds of voices, and I think that's a good thing. But yeah, so I get a lot of grief for it on and off, and I'm like, I'm an old lady, what are you gonna do? But yeah, I'm a contralto, and I'm like, holy shit. I didn't realize that because when I was in choir, they just put us in 2 separate groups. They called us sopranos and they called us altos, and that was it. Like, and then of course I was an alto, and it was like, all right then, you sing harmony, which I can't for the life of me. And then they're like, whatever else happens, happens. And you can expand your like higher range somewhat, but my choir teacher would always tell us girls like, oh, this really high pitched song, you can sing this. You can teach yourself to sing this. And I'm like, I really can't. It's way too high. And he's like, no, you're gonna be fine. And it's like, okay. But like, did you test my lower range? Because I shouldn't have the range this low and be able to still sing that high. I don't have what they call a unicorn voice, okay? A unicorn voice covers like really low and really high. And God bless the people who can do that, but I'm not that. I'm just, I sing low, okay? Apparently I'm trapped between a tenor male and a regular alto female voice. Yeah, that's too high. Yeah, that's not legal here. And I've heard that can actually help with pain a lot. So I'm just like, maybe someday. I really want good CBD oil that doesn't actually do anything. But a lot of the CBD oil we have even is so like diluted that it probably wouldn't help me. But I've heard it helps some people, so I don't know. Yeah, you've dabbled, but you don't know about the pain thing? Hey, you know, free country. Well, at least if it's legal where you are. And if it's not, hey, I don't know. You know, I think we do a lot of different crimes all wrong here in America. Like, I think it should be legal across the board. And I think we should tax the ever-loving hell out of it. States balance their budget once they legalize. And you can stop imprisoning people for it. But I would have to give a talk about the prison industrial complex. And yeah, we're just having a gameplay stream. So I don't know if that's appropriate, but oh fuck it, here we go. Okay, so prison is legalized slavery. We all know that, right? And I'm not saying because they, you know, did something wrong and they're being incarcerated type of slavery. I'm saying that because we make them like make license plates or whatever for like 60 cents an hour, kind of like a disabled person at Goodwill, okay? Okay. I'm gonna pause 1 second. So Onyx says a horrible tragedy has befallen us. The Nibiru deep mines have flooded with the poisonous Stygian waters. Thousands of miners have perished, including our brother estuary Mehuel. Wait, what the fuck? Mehuel. Okay. And the Nibiru deep mines have been sealed, and 100 days of mourning have been enacted. All mining operations must be moved to Upper Fishin Lake bed. Siphoning the water of Fishin Lake into the Gihan Reservoir may be costly, but it's a small price to pay to honor the fallen. The entry continues detailing the logistics of draining Lake Fishin into the central reservoir. Okay, that's where we're gonna end up next. Yeah, so some of it, I'm just like wondering if I'm gonna like summon a demon if I get the name right. Yeah, I have no idea. If it's more complicated than the name like Michael, I struggle. I have the struggle bus. Yeah, that is a whole thing with capitalism in general, is how much you know, give your labor over and for how much it's really worth and how bullshit that is. But like the prison industrial complex is even more sinister, because a lot of the things when people are like, I want to buy made in the USA, a lot of times people don't realize it, but you're getting that stuff from the incarcerated folks. Like, they make it, prisoners make it. And then people sell it at a higher price because they're like, oh, it's made in America. And then there's the whole thing about your family calling you collect. So if you have a poor family, they can't really call you very much in prison because of, you know, having to pay the bill to do so. And you're going to be like, some people are like, well, they shouldn't have done the crime. And that's when we get back to the fact that, like, marijuana should be legalized, in my opinion. Marijuana should be legalized across the board. We should have rules like we do for alcohol. Yeah, I know it gets kind of tricky there, but it's also like how I feel about sex work. Should be legalized, should be taxed, should be safe. Oh, damn it. Sex workers should be able to seek the protection of a cop when they have a bad client. You know, they should be able to. They should be able to be kept safe and protected, just like if they were a shop owner. We should, of course, tax it, regulate it, everything like that, just like marijuana. Yes, they do. And prisons, that's why some places don't want to, and this is my conspiracy theory, that's why some things that shouldn't be criminal anymore are criminal. Because if you get people who do like petty offenses and give them like 3 years for like having marijuana in a marijuana-free state, you can make them work in prison for those 3 years. And of course, what does that do to the family? Okay, so, fuck. So say someone has a marijuana charge. They go to prison for 3 years. Depending on certain things like the neighborhood you're in, the color of your skin, blah, blah, blah. So you get 3 years, which on average is the amount of, wow, that's a wizard with a giant hammer. Let's go. Wait. Yeah, let's do that. Yes. How one huge prison, the Alcatraz of the South. Yeah, it's honestly a slave like prison industrial complex. They do it to get. We're gonna enable pirates, but we're not using them because we got a contrarian on our hands. So yeah, it is like super fucked up, like beyond fucked up. And what we're doing when we're not paying them fair wages for their work, I know people will be like, well, they're in prison, what are you supposed to do? We're supposed to not let their families... Can I get out of this? I guess so. We're supposed to not let their families suffer, is what we're supposed to not do. We're not supposed to have their families pay for phone calls to them, collect. You know, the thing with people is, I know that some people in prison are like just bad people and they really should not be around with the rest of us. But a lot of people in prison, they've made a mistake. They made a mistake or they did something that should be technically legal. And I know you could argue about what that actually would be. But you get to a point where it becomes like, it's not about actually reforming people to do better. Because if it were, we would have more education program in prisons. We would have, you know, your fucking work experience in prison would actually count for something. when you got out of prison. You know, there are a lot of different things where we could do it. And like it wouldn't affect their children as much, etc. And we just don't. You know, I'm not one of those abolish all prisons because I don't know enough to know what we should do when it comes to the people who should not be around other people. You know? I guess I could spin forever until they knock me out of it. Okay, so that means I get somebody with a giant hammer later on. I just spin forever. Whee! Right, so I'm not there with the whole let's abolish prisons. I'm not, because I don't know how that would work. But there should be alternatives for certain things. Certain crimes, certain circumstances. There should be alternatives that don't require somebody having a record their whole life necessarily. You know? It kind of depends on who they are, what they've done, etc. But like a lot of people fall into like say gang activity because they don't have a good family life. They don't have anywhere else to be. You know, there are certain neighborhoods where it's like, unless you're good at like a couple things, like this is your life. And how is that? I know you have to take personal responsibility, but after a while, it's like you get to a point where, you know, something needs to be done. And a lot of it has to do with things like no opportunity, education and income disparity, the fact that it's very hard to break the cycle of violence, just so many different things that happen that people don't consider. They're just like, oh, X person is bad and that's it. And it's like, there's so much more to it. Converting mining operations to the Fishing Lake has been met with additional complications. The Black Roots have aggressively spread through the camp and have even made their way into the Citadel. Monsters have also begun to make their way into the Citadel, which is causing development to grind to a halt. Every miner now requires a guard to escort them through the halls, but we need production to continue. It looks like I'll have to divert my energy away from the tree and focus on the annoyance for the time being. Okay? Let's see what's in here for me. Let's see what this is. Prevent the next source of damage. That would be nice. I'll just take an additional jump with my hammer. That'll be funny. But yeah, I'm not going to make it through this one. Again, like I said, I hope the one picture is still there. Okay, this is just extra stuff. I am a tornado of doom. I am the bringer of death. I am the tornado of doom. I am the thief of hearts. Okay, let's go. I think even the female wizards have beards, and I'm like, ah, PCOS, I know it well. Oh shit. There we go. Whoops, excuse me, just passing through. Okay, yes, the one picture is still there. Okay, so can confirm. Yep, it's a wee wheel. Definitely a wee wheel. So let's figure out where I have to go now. Up and over. Stop it. If I don't get out of that, I can't properly dash. And I need to, so up and over. Let's hit this stuff, see if there's food. Oh yeah. I was gonna say, let's see if there's food. Okay, let's just get out of that. I can hit square or whatever to can. No, shit. Okay, I can go up and over. Let's try that one. New room. Oh, new pain in the ass. Damn it. Let's just move. Okay. There is a way, I wanted to say up there, but no, it's the other way around. Okay. Up there. Let's try up here. Now that I'm just trying to ignore everybody, I'm just gonna get my ass handed to me, I think. You love staring at turtles all day? Awesome. I love turtles too, that's why I am one. I am what I love. I guess that's a way to practice self-love, huh? My first ever pet, solo pet, was named Goss. And Goss was a semi-aquatic turtle. If I ever had another pet, I think it would be a tortoise. I am very much into the tortoise thing. I wouldn't have to feed it fish or anything, probably. I'm not much for that. How are you doing? Your first was a hamster named Trebby? Oh, that's so cute. Oh, dang it. I'm not good at this. But at least we got the one destroyed. I think I was going back to the one we already killed. Dang it. Okay, Tribble. Got it. Yeah, I actually really begged for that fucking thing, too. And when I was 5, I got Goss, finally. My mom wanted to work me up from a goldfish into a turtle. And I'm like, what the hell is this? Incremental pets? No. I didn't want one of those. I just wanted a fucking turtle. That's all I wanted. So... lots of was your hamster aggressive or just in the name? I accidentally set off my power, so I know I'm in shadow. I named my turtle Gus because there's this old movie, and I don't hardly remember it, and I think it used to play on Disney, but, like, this guy was turned into a frog, or a frog could talk or something, and his name was Gus, and he would sing the, That's Amore. So, like, when the moon hits here, I like big pizza pie, that's amore. And, yeah, so that's why I named him Goss. I liked the movie at the time. Now I barely remember it. But I was 5, so I liked a lot of things, you know, at 5 that I don't remember probably. Someday I almost want to do a whole stream of, like, my nostalgia. Like, stuff all of you would be, like, too young to remember unless you had an older parent tell you about it. Oh, I have the thing where if I stand still, I'm cloaked. I got it. Okay. Cause why am I doing that? Yeah, that was the relic you had, genius. Okay, okay, okay. Why am I trying for this? Why am I doing this to myself? No, go away. Go away. Let's go up. So yeah, I would love to do my nostalgia someday. Like the shows I watched as a kid. Like things I remember, like the toys I played with as a kid. Like all the things I remember as a kid that don't even exist anymore. Or were like a flash in the pan or something. I would love to do that. Okay. Gain 3 random relics. That one actually can fuck me because it can make my resolve below a certain threshold. I already have that relic, so we're gonna re-roll. Okay, health drops yes, I'm gonna do the health drop one. Not like I'm gonna get very many trying to get everything done. It might be. I have no idea. It might be, I don't know. Does he like sing the song? I don't know, like I used to love that movie and I used to watch it all the time. And you know, another thing we used to watch in my house all the time, that is another frog thing, is there used to be a version of the Frog Prince, and it had, oh, what the hell's her name? Hold on, I see her face. I'm doing it. Helen Hunt as like the bitchy girl, and it was a musical, and my family and I loved that movie, and we couldn't find it for a long ass time, but they used to play it on the stuff we used to watch way back in the day as well. But like, I would love to find clips of that. I'd probably get claimed, but like, I would love to play clips of that, because like, I hadn't seen it for years. We found it when I was an adult. Maybe I'll find parts of it and like put it on my Twitter account or my Discord for some of you to see. But yeah, it was a really good movie. I loved it as a kid. It's corny as shit though, but still, you can't yuck my yum always, you know? Just but it was something. And I remembered like all the songs. So basically, the premise of this Frog Prince movie is that this young girl and her, I want to say sister, but it could be like cousin or something. Only one of them, I think it's her sister though, is a real princess. And then I could be wrong about who the other girl is. But they actually have like a princess examiner coming in, and they're gonna crown a princess. Am I back to the bad place again? I don't need to be here, right? I'm gonna go in. Maybe the other one would be broken. Okay. No, I'm in the right spot. Okay. So they have a princess examiner, and they're gonna decide, the princess examiner, this stodgy old man, is gonna decide who the real princess is. And of course, the one girl is older and she's bitchy, and that's Helen Hunt's character. And the young girl is just kind of a tomboy and is a good-hearted girl, but she's not really refined. And her uncle tells her, you know, you're gonna have to do your best because, you know, you want to be seen as the princess. And I'm not sure why she'd want to, but so she ends up finding the Frog Prince someday because she's like by this pond, and they actually become friends. And when I say girl, I mean like the Frog Prince is like, let's say in his 20s. She's like not even in her teens. She's maybe like 12. I could be wrong about the age thing, but she's not very old. So they kind of become friends. And he's not a frog. He's like a frog man. So he has like the head of a frog, but the body of a man. And he's like helping her like become refined. You know, they're actually being friends. And he actually had no friends because he can't really like show himself to anybody. I don't remember how he got that way. That's irrelevant. But like the day she's going to be coronated or looked at by this person, I'm giving the whole plot, but the bitchy girl actually steals him away, and if he's too dry, like he dries out, his skin dries out, he can die. So she has to eventually decide if she is going to be there for the inauguration or the testing, or if she is going to be there for her friend. And she has to make that choice. Woohoo! I think I did it. Okay. So there we go. All the things. Okay, I think I unlocked the door to the... Yes, I did. Okay. You mean he's French? No, he's not. He has a very prominent chin, though, when he's a human. But anyway, the music in there, it was cheesy, it was bad, but, like, of course, at the end, like, she goes to find him, and, like, she, like, gives him a kiss on the cheek because they are real friends, and she wouldn't really abandon him or anything. And, after that, he comes in when, the other girl's about ready to be crowned, and he's like presenting her. And of course, she's now a lady of refinement, and she has the prince on her arm, and that's a prince that hasn't been seen in like ages because nobody knew he was turned into a frog. But like some of the songs were just, they have a duet kind of sort of, but it sounds saucy, but it's actually really nice, and it's about like the power of friendship basically. But yeah. But I sing that sometimes around the house even, that song still, like all these years later. I loved it so much as a kid. Like, music gets me. Like, I tell myself I'm not like a musicals person, but I must be, because every time I see a musical, like if I even remotely like the music, like years later I'm like, oh, I didn't like this, and then all of a sudden I'll sing every note, and then people will be like, do you really hate it? Yeah, it's the power of friendship. Yeah, not that one though. But no, the song is really good. It's like, yeah, I'll have to find it. I'm not gonna sing. No one wants that. Good sweet Lord. But I think that should be my last run for this. We got the two beasts down, so the door to the main boss is now open. Thankfully, I did make some progress. So next week will be more of this, Resident Evil 2 if you want to see it. Probably my crafting stream where I'm making jewelry of some kind or another. And I hope you have a great weekend where you are safe, you are as happy as possible, you do something fun for yourself, remember your meds, your water, your sleep. I'm not getting any sleep. My brain is like 80 million miles an hour, and it's just not fun. So get whatever you can. And please take care of you. You are important. You are worth so much. And I will see you all next time. Bye.